I got that there. Soon as I start worrying how the story. Okay, Bob. I want to learn what you call it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. Now I can put it up there. All right, here we go. Listen, late in the mug I am, but come on over. Come on over to the good YouTube. Come on over. Oh, let me pin it for those that are new. Come over, come over. Good morning, good morning. Shout love in the building. Shout love is in the building. Who else? Who else? Miss A Block, I see you. Afro Latina, listen. Sorry about the lateness. I had a long night. Can't you see the bags under my eyes? But still I rise. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and I'm in the building. Evolution Brooklyn will be here. Un momento, por favor. Listen, huh? We in the building. It is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, and we in here. Rodney Farquhar, what's goody like the mob? Huh? Good morning to ye. Listen, top of the top, Stacks nephew, what's goody like the mob? Yay! Huh? We in the building. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's too late to beat me here, but meet me here. You understand me? We going over. Listen, hey. Hope y'all feeling as blessed as I am. I'm a little bit late. You know how you lay there and call yourself, giving the long clock went off. You call yourself, giving yourself a couple extra minutes to lay there. Well, obviously I was laying there. You hear me? Hey, ZZ. Good morning. Good morning. Manners and respect, Carlito. Papa's in the building. What's goody like the mob? Y'all know what to do as you enter the building. Hit that thumbs up like boop, boop. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button like boop, boop. And more importantly, either way, do one of these numbers. If you haven't done so, bing, hit that notification bell for me. Because that's what's going to get you the notifications for any time the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drop, Feel the Love Friday drop, or anything else that I put on the good Big Phil Speaks channel. That part, huh? Don't erase. What is it? You interrupted me watching your live from last night. It was just I'm not erasing it. Unless they report it, I am not erasing it. You hear me? B Street Breakdown. Y'all coming over here to the good YouTube. Frank Murphy, I got you, homie. What's popping off on a Wednesday? You know, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. It's hump day. You never know where we might go. Listen, I still got a little Barry White in my voice. You'll never find. That's the wrong person. I think that's Lou Rawls. Oh, God damn it. Y'all come on over. T Jizzle, come on over. Listen, as people start pouring in, I'm getting my bearings together, ladies and gentlemen, getting my bearings together. Wavy Crockett, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Listen, anybody that was rocking with me last night on the live last night, no, it was all wild at night. Listen, I ain't get off there about 2, 3 in the morning, somewhere off in there, and here I am, and still I rise, tired to the mug. Y'all can see it in my eyes, but I'm here. I'm here. Reborn 54, what's goody like the mouth? Hey, Inez, hey. Des and D, super. You know where we at, about Mines G. Listen, 15th Street Cheese. Excuse me, Goose Mill, Deacon Talks. Y'all know where we at, the good YouTube. DC Mumbo Sauce, Frank Murphy, the homie. What's goody like the mob, huh? Funny in the building, GMG. Good morning to you. Look, I'm up here burping and, you know, having, what the hell is going on, huh? Des and D, one half of the HR team. Super is in the building. You hear me? I sound like I should have my own radio station. You never know, nephew. You never know. You feel me? Listen, I keep it bubbly. I keep it bubbling. You know what I'm talking about? I keep it bubbling like some food that hits your stomach wrong. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's like, Harlem World. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is September 27th, 2023. And guess where you be? Right here with me on the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. And it's Big Phil Speaks. Look, I got to, but I'm good. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Listen, good morning to ye. You woke up, you're blessed. You can breathe, you're blessed. You can open your eyes, you're blessed. To be able to have another day to get it right, you're blessed. To have another day that you can plan, that if God lets you to have another one tomorrow, to have an even better day than the day, you're blessed. Use it to the best of your abilities. You hear me? Hey, Lolo Kisses. Hey, I see you in the building. Phil, you look like you need more. You think, Miss A Block? You think? I'm tired. I'm tired in a mug. I'm so tired. Tired in a mug. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Y'all come on over to the YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, the frog, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Definitely tired, Miss A Block. I ain't even gonna hold you. Alarm went off. I said, I'm gonna lay here about a couple 10 minutes. Some Joe to me. I looked at I said, oh shit, it's time to get the hell up. I got to get the figure up. And thus here I am. Everything is everything. Everything is everything, Snacks. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. T Jizzle, y'all know what it is. Come on over. How about tell Jana and Pam, you got to push. You got to push. Yeah, I had to push through. You feel me? Push it till you get it right. Push. You got to push. Yeah, that part. Intellectual soapbox. Good morning to ye. Oh, man. You feel me, Lolo? You got to push. You got to push. Push it till you get it right. Pause. But all right. What's goody like the mob, ladies and gentlemen? We gonna start it off in a half a second. We're gonna start it off in a half a second as people start to enter the room. You know what I'm saying? Today is a blessed day to be in the house of the Good Morning Gang. upon this morning. Some of us didn't make it to be here today, so we are blessed. We are blessed to be in the building. We are blessed to be in the building. If you believe, say GMG. If you believe that you're blessed to be in the building this morning, say GMG. Good morning, gang. That part there, ladies and gentlemen, as you enter the room and fill up the aisles, ladies and gentlemen, just know, just know that today is your day to be blessed, to be in the presence of the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. That part, huh? Tony Williams, GMG, Papa, you feel me? GMG, 757 Buzz. Good morning to ye. Afro Latina, she's in the building, huh? Thank you, Miss A Block. I appreciate that. All I know is I want my paycheck at the end of the show. Damn it. Y'all come on over here to the good YouTube. And pardon me in advance. Pardon me in advance if you see me yawning. Yeah, man, pardon me in advance if you see me yawning. But if y'all was on last night, y'all know why. Y'all know why. But good, we good. We good. Oh, man. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. TJ, oh, that is your Tony. Okay, TJ, my bad. Salute. He said, I'm already here, knocker. Uh-oh. GMG. Byron. King Me Now is in the building. Did I save the live from last night? I sure did. I sure did. It's on the backup page. Y'all know where it was. It's there. It's there. Y'all better get it while it's there, because it might come down, because you know them haters might, you know what I'm talking about? Them haters might, you know. What's goody like the mob, though, ladies and gentlemen? You are now tuned into the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by GMG, the Good Money Gang, brought to you by Big Phil Speaks, huh? And none other than Evolution Brooklyn. I believe she's in the house without a doubt. Huh? Is that you? That you?
Ta-da! Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I saw you didn't get a notification a little earlier. A brother woke up late. Did a mug. You feel me? So HR, y'all got to stall her out. This one is on me. You feel me? Damn man.
No, it's all right.
Man, listen, I was up hella late, you know. You was in the room for a minute, I think, as I recall. So at least you know what I was, what all that there. I had to have at it. I had to have it. And I did. Pretty passion fruit, huh? J-Man, uh-oh. J-Man, nah, I didn't send out all the, I didn't go live till.
Can't see the comments yet.
On IG, my bad, bro. The other half of HR is in the building. It's some bullshit.
Good morning. Sorry, y'all. I can't see the comments yet.
It's all good. I want to do something before we kick it off, too.
Sure.
I received something. I want to give a shout out to RIP and condolences to the family and friends of Tangia Tates Little. She was murdered in Southeast Washington, D.C. on Monday. Prayers and condolences for the Tate family. Hey, Frank Murphy, homie, hold your head, homie. We here at GMG, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. We got you. We all family. We all we got. Whether we like or love or hate each other for the moment, we all we got. Huh?
Definitely.
Hello, Night Rider, you in the building. I see you. One Lady Coco, good morning to you. Keisha Hall, uh-oh. She can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. They saying good morning to you. Good morning. You know, you got
Thank
Frank
you,
Murphy.
guys. I can't see the comments yet. I'm trying to. I had an issue with my internet service last night, so I couldn't do my YouTube show. some type of way, they still, y'all can hear it. They still doing the renovations in the building, outside the building, and they knocked everybody Wi-Fi out. I don't know how they did it. So last night I just had to rely on my phone. That's why I came in, but I didn't stay too long. Yeah, it was just a mess. So you got to do the show from your laptop.
Yeah,
I couldn't get on at all. I got up around 6 this morning, and I was able to get on. So I said, okay,
that's good. 20 bandana salute. Good morning to you.
But I thought it was gonna be like a harder process to be without the internet, and because I had to watch DVDs, and I got a really extensive collection of DVDs because I stream, and
she went
it wasn't that bad. I watched all the old classics, The Different World, Cosby Show.
No,
I actually had a good time.
That was what she was watching. You went to that old bag of them old DVDs.
Yes.
On the street that had 4 hours and 8 hours full of, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Extracurriculars.
And I did that mostly at night. Yeah, so I fell asleep. I watched all the old classics too. Joanna Man and The Last Dragon. That's my favorite movie.
You said which one?
I watched the whole. Yeah, Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. I know every move, every scene, every dance. I just had a good time. We never think to do that, just to
sit back and
cut off the internet and just, what I'm saying, and just take it back to the the old days. But I had fun. I said, I'm gonna do it maybe once a week. I'll try to do that and just,
Who's the baddest mofo slow down around this town?
Show up.
She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't look like my iPad is seeing eye to eye this morning. I don't know what's going on.
iPad nigga, I'm gonna get there when I get there. Hold up.
Yes.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Lord have mercy. Well, you can hear the grogginess in my throat. Pause.
Yeah, I've been up for a while. So I just I actually got up at 5, but I came to the internet at 6. So I've been up. I think it's better when I wake up earlier
than later.
Yeah, I think it's better when I wake up earlier because I have a better time, at the day when I'm up early.
Y'all come on over to the good YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Making my Bernie's t-shirt now. Lisa, music for God too. Good morning, darlings.
All right, y'all.
Phil Hauser. Here you go. J-Man, what you talking? What you shaking your head like, yeah. Look, Evolution, she was like,
no, I'm just in a good mood. I'm in a good mood.
Look, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. Look, a good mood is a good mood. A good mood is better than a bad mood any day. You hear me?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Oh, okay, y'all. Well, let me know you're ready, Phil.
I'm ready when you are. Listen.
Start with the weather.
It's us. It's us against the world. Shot, have at it. Have at it. As far as anybody else, make sure you got your water, coffee, tea, your tree, or whatever need be.
Yeah, since that incident, I definitely got my water. I put things in my water though to flavor it. So it just helps me drink it a little bit better. Yeah. Been doing that for a while.
She said, I put in my water, y'all. Let things in the water.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going alkaline. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna see how that goes. Cause
I'm not gonna go too deep because I'm seeing they flagging people's pages over that now. Even on YouTube, there's a brother whose pages got halted. He on YouTube, IG, or whatever, but he gives good ass advice or whatever. But I'll just say this: your body is meant to be in an alkaline state, not in an acidic state. So the more alkaline foods that you're eating and water that you're drinking that's got a higher pH level, it's better for your body to fight off infections, viruses, illnesses, You name it. I'm not gonna put names to them, but you can read between the lines and over the lines and under the lines. Just try to take care of yourself, and you don't have to be fit and trim to try to worry about your body either, because you could be cut up like a bag of dope on the outside. Your insides is withering.
A lot of people at my job do it. I had one of my friends at the job. I mean, but she did everything. Like, I mean, a drastic change in diet. She was miserable, but I think it was better for like her health issues. She was miserable, and I used to go with her like to the little, places around Manhattan, and she would get that grass. I call it grass because it would be grass. Like she would be eating that grass, you know what I'm saying, and be miserable, and the little sweet potatoes and all this stuff. And I used to be like, she's like, I'm so hungry. What? And, she had attitude all the time. But we understood she was hungry. She was hungry. So it was just like, you know what? I may think about it, though, because it did work well for her health issues. She had a couple of health issues. So it did, she did do a lot better. She was on the heavier side, too. So it seemed to, I didn't never see her lose any weight, though. But I did know her health issues, her breathing, all that stuff became better.
Hey, Keisha Hall, I might have to disagree with you on that. Ingesting a lot of salt is not good for your body, let alone in your water. Because salt, even though salt, I don't know. I got to do my research, but to my understanding, salt dries things up and dries things out. Even though it has your body hold on to water. It's not that I don't know. I gotta check it out. What you mean you had to pick back up, Tinky? I just gotta check into it. Keisha. I gotta check into it. But we raring to go. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Big Fish Speaks, the beautiful evolution, brother. Look, she just a giggling.
All right, guys. Let me give you guys the weather how we always start. Okay. So like I always say, if I don't call out where you're from, please just let me know in the comments. I'll take note and I'll get that up for you. All right, it is Wednesday, so the weather for today, I always thought where I'm from, New York City, it is going to be 69 today, partly cloudy, and 61 tonight. Atlanta, ATL shouted it's going to be 77 degrees today, cloudy, and 61 tonight. We have Florida, 84 today with thunderstorms and 77 tonight. Chi-Town, Chicago, 67 degrees, showers, 63 tonight. Washington, 67 degrees, partly cloudy, 53 tonight. We have Ohio. I know some of you guys are from Ohio. It's going to be 75 degrees, scattered showers, and 60 tonight. We have a couple of folks that, again, were from Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be 97 over there. Mostly sunny and 66 tonight. We have LA, like Los Angeles, 82, partly cloudy, and 62 tonight. The Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, 77, sunny and 55 tonight. Some of you guys told me about PA last time. 67 degrees, partly cloudy, 55 tonight. We have Texas, shout out to my wifey, 93 degrees, clear, and 76 tonight. And someone last time said the UK. So I just looked up UK, London, and so on and so forth. I think Kiwi might have been from there, if I'm not mistaken. 72, cloudy, and 56 tonight. So that
All right, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to appease everybody,
She said I was across the borders. You hear me?
Yes.
God damn it.
And the sports. So this was the games for Monday. I always report the day before, but Monday we have the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know how y'all say that.
Bengals, yeah.
Bengals, right? I said Bengals. I'm pronouncing everything. Okay. They won against the Los Angeles Rams. So it was 19-16. And the Philadelphia Eagles won against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it was 23-11.
Hold on, say that last one again.
Philadelphia Eagles.
One.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, now I know somebody that's heavy Tampa Bay fan, so I'm glad to hear that.
23-11. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles seem like a good team. I don't know too much about them, but yeah, I noticed, they have a pretty good record. And so it's going to be some games on Thursday. Again, I'll give that to you on Friday. So, hopefully I covered everybody. Benna goes, whatever. I don't know how to say it. That's what y'all here for. Because they spell it Bengals.
Nope.
No?
Bengals.
It's no E in between it? Oh, I've been putting an E in between it for a long time.
That explains a whole lot.
That explains it, right? It's an A. Then it goes. All right, I'm gonna remember that. Any more games they do.
Damn man.
Yeah. It was some interesting things going on around the city. Well, not this city, but I was looking last night on my phone, and I saw something about Philly. Anybody from Philly?
Philly in the house. Philly is they acting up. They acting now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I tried to get a little information on it, which I did just a little bit on what happened. I don't know if y'all remember some shows ago. We had talked about a young Latin man who got shot in his car by the police. They say he was holding a knife and he lunged at the cop. They also said that he was outside the car. So all of this starts from there. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Otherwise, yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit. That officer, let me tell you a couple things about the officer too. So I was mass looting and rioting breaks out in Philadelphia, right? After judge dismisses charges against a police officer who fatally shot an armed Latino man in a car. The officer's name is Mark Dial. He's a 5-year veteran. He was initially placed on restrictive duty after the deadly August 14 shootings. That's how long ago it was. Of Eddie Jose Irizarry. Now, y'all let me know if I ain't saying that right, But, hey, that's how I spell.
R.I.P. to him. R.I.P. to him.
Yeah, and for a long time, this officer was supposed to be fired, but that didn't seem to happen. Family called for outrage, and this is the results. Now, Dow claimed that the victim lunged at the officers with a knife at the time he was shot. They also said that the victim moved from PR when he was 19. So he spoke very little English, right? So they said that might have been the issue. So he was driving erratically, and he was pulled over. They said the police initially, like I said that he was outside the car, and then he lunged a knife at them. You get what I'm saying? While outside the car, when he was shot, which they later found out from a surveillance video, a ring camera nearby, that it wasn't true. He was sitting in the car. So they said there was widespread looting, rioting in Philadelphia Center City, if anybody knows where that's at, that led to an assault on a security guard at a Foot Locker. That was the only store. They had a lot of large stores. They said it was a really big
video with Apple.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It was a really large group. They said they ransacked multiple shops, including an Apple store, filling large plastic bags with stolen merchandise. So they was ready. They chose violence, and they chose violence, like I like to see. They said it was like civil unrest. And they said it was started by a party of socialism and liberation groups. after dismissal of charges against Dow for the death of the victim that was in a car. So they keep trying to let us know that he was in a car. They done sent out like the task force and all types of stuff. Who knows what's gonna happen? But it is a lot of videos that showing these people, you know, doing all this stuff. You know, I just want to think, like, when you do some of that stuff, wouldn't you maybe like go in the store with a mask or something? You get what I'm saying? Even though it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
You like you just
the civil unrest that I've been involved with definitely was masked up. Definitely had the T-shirt over the face. Definitely.
Right.
Like not just for identification purposes, but back when I was doing it, they was throwing tear gas around like it was nothing. They was throwing it around like, take that. You get some tear gas. You get some tear gas. Your ass get some tear gas. So
yeah, I thought it was. I don't know. I mean, you know, this is the only thing, right? And I know a lot of people say it, and I want to know how y'all feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spend a little time on some stories and stuff. Why is it that when stuff happens in our city, we mess up our city? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't want to put no ideas in nobody's head. But you know, where the judge live, where the officer live. Why not tear up their stuff? Why tear up stuff in your own city? I never understood that where you got to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't want to, put no ideas in nobody's head. But why do we always tear up our own stuff? What is that about? Is it just the closest thing we can get to? Because they don't care. I'm thinking it's y'all stuff. It ain't theirs. They still go home to the suburbs.
That's where I ain't talking about the. We had a couple riots in DC, J-Man. Over one was over shooting of a Latino man. One was over, some college student or whatever. Anyway, I've always said that, like, tearing up your block and all that, tearing up your hood and the stores that you're gonna need is ass backwards. Go downtown, go to where the financial center is, go to where their stuff is at. And I think that's part of what made the George Floyd situation different too, because they took it to those areas. They took it downtown. They took it to certain areas. Yeah, certain areas in certain stores and certain hoods got tore up, but they generally went elsewhere and tore up where it made the most effect. If you're gonna tear something up that you know you ain't gonna need right away. You the one that's gonna be punished by it. Your auntie, your grandmother, your granddaddy, and them, when they need that medication or they need certain things from that local CVS or and it's gone because it's been burnt down or tore up. Who's gonna lose out on that? The people of that community. Think about that. I'm not advocating anything.
Right. That's what I wanted to say. I'm not giving
However, if you're gonna tear it up, go tear it up somewhere else.
Yes.
Up in your own community. Damage. Nah, the city gonna pay for damages for all the stores, not the people. I don't know. We shall see. I'm just saying, if you're gonna have at it, go where it means to really have at it. And the better stores and the better is.
Yeah, I know somebody got called. Let's take a trip, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gotta tell us something. We may need that store in the morning. I get up and my phone ain't working. Now I gotta go out the neighborhood because the food's next where the Apple store is done messed up my. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta think about stuff like that.
That's a fact, pretty passion fruit. Looting has been associated with protesting of some sorts. I don't know how effective the message is conveyed, but it has an effect. It has an effect. The problem is where are you trying to apply that effect? Where do you want it to have the most effect? Do you want it to have the most effect in your community or for your community? For your community. There's a difference. And if you go start hitting them places and neighborhoods and things that other folks live in and it affects them, then when it affects them, that's when change happens for you.
Yes.
It happens for you. You tear up your own, those people in that community like, look at you. Them. You start going to where they at and where the big and better businesses and corporations are. They be like, no, we can't have this First, they're gonna be calling for the National Guard and everything. Shut it down! Stop it!
Yeah, yes.
Then they're gonna be like, well, we gotta do something. This cannot happen again. What happened?
Yeah,
They're
not playing this time.
They got to pick up. They're gonna pick up the phone and be like, "I'm Commissioner. You know we golf at T9 and at 10 o'clock. We need to speak. Something needs to happen to that officer ASAP because this is unacceptable." Listen.
Yes.
Understand something. Good morning. Good morning, Mama. Good morning. Come on over to the YouTube. City is where the other folks live. Okay, T. Look.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Have at it.
Long time. Just saying.
Have
That's where the
at
other
it.
folks live. I ain't mad at that.
The city rarely pays for businesses. Let me pin this. Hopefully I got that. Hold on, I gotta wait. My thing is acting slow.
Mm-hmm. You said, they rarely pay for the businesses after. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they rarely pay for businesses after a riot or looting. Perfect example is Ferguson, Missouri. The Mike Brown situation. Many businesses closed for good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. And that was just like a big story. It was all over everywhere. So I definitely had to let you guys know about that. And I don't know who's from Philly and who's not in here, but it was really, really over social media, which made me go look. I also saw that because I keep looking at the story of like the missing kids. That number went up to 1,000.
No.
On Monday, they say 61% of the kids that's missing are Black. So now it's really starting to look suspicious.
Not 1,000.
I got a story. Somebody sent it to me. That said it's like 1,000 kids now. I looked into it.
In that short period of time too?
Between May and now. Because remember, this started in May.
What?
Yeah, and I looked into it, and it don't say a specific number, but it does say that it tripled. Even though that's not, but it did say 61% of those kids are Black.
When you get a chance, forward that information to me if you get a chance. Okay. When you get a moment, whatever.
Okay. And it seems to be really big in Ohio. Matter of fact, I may still have it up here.
That's
yeah, it says 61% of states missing kids are Black. Thousands of kids in Ohio are reported missing. And they said the number went up. It said the number went up 2,000 more. They said usually it's about 15,000 reports of missing children, right?
Must be talking about a year. Must be talking about the year time, that part.
For the year, yeah.
Okay.
They said about 1,500 more are missing this year. So, this is my thing. They're not going to I don't see much movement on it, which is, the bad part. You know what I'm saying? They say they got the little league that's out there helping, but I ain't see no reports of none of them kids coming home, none of them kids being found. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then my thing is, they no bodies are being found, anything like that. So I keep up with the story just to see if the group is doing anything about it, but I don't see anything about it. They flash a picture. Sometimes it's just the name with the picture. It's really, a sad case. Unfortunately. So I'll just keep, updating y'all on that. Hey, laugh now. It's so sad though. I hate the sad stuff. There was something else I wanted to report the other day, right? It seems like we're having a lot of fugitives and stuff like that are being freed, or that's getting
somebody escaping and stuff.
Yes, but this time it was a murder suspect. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but what happened was he didn't escape. Black man, he didn't escape. He was mistakenly freed. You heard about that?
That happened in Virginia recently too. If that's the same story.
In Indiana, it happened in Virginia too. Because I just read it and I was like, how? I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about it, right? So, authorities have expanded their search for a murder suspect who was accidentally released from an Indiana jail. Now, this was on the 20th of September, right? His name was Kevon Mason, he's 28. He was hunted for more than 2 years in connection with a 2021 murder in Minneapolis to his arrest last week. So last week, he got arrested. So they had looked for the guy for 2 years. You get what I'm saying? Before they actually arrested him. Now they said Mason was mistakenly released due to a clerical error from the adult detention center in Indiana on the 13th. So now the timeline is a little suspicious for me, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Right? So this was 2 days after his arrest. They said that the clerical error, because I tried to look in to see what can free a man. What's the clerical error that can free a man? They didn't say much, but they said the clerical error was stated to be a faulty records review by civilian staff. Now that was by what they call a Marion County Sheriff's Office. So it sounds funny, you know what I'm saying? They said now because of the mistake, it's more than 100 officers from multiple agencies. So they really looking for him. Were deployed in Indiana on Wednesday night. So that's last week, to pursue multiple leads in the case. And there's also a $10,000 reward for any info leading to his capture. I just wonder about that. Like, what do you guys think that happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know, I may be a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I don't know. It looked a little like 2 days. He was only in there 2 days, and it was so-called a clerical error. I tried to get some information on who may have released him. They haven't put it out yet, but I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? If I look again, it may probably be out there. Maybe they protect their own. I'm pretty sure they do. But, I just wondered, like, is somebody going to get fired? What actually happened?
In a case like that, definitely. And that has made national attention. Definitely. It happens. Mostly not with murderers and things of that nature, but it happens where paperwork, before they input it fully into the system to update inmate files and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People running their mouth, talking and whatever while they input the stuff, mix up paperwork, and they'll put that so and so is to be freed on personal recognizance, and they got a $100,000 bond. You got people that's been sitting in the jail for a minute, whose paperwork for some reason, whether it's an inside job or by negligence, is mixed up, and people get called out of the unit. And they were like, hold up, what you calling me out of the unit for? Pack bags, you're getting released. And they'll shut the hell up, like, oh yeah, okay, all right. Then you have instances where people switch in the past have switched wristbands, because in some jails they give you a wristband but it has your picture on it for some people, and some places it didn't. And they would make people switch out bands with them, or offer them something to switch out bands with them. And then they would get out that way too. But until it's gonna happen. It's gonna be happening. As long as there's a human and there's greed, it's gonna happen.
I'm trying to figure out, if I was Mason, you know what I'm saying? What do you do when you know that they're coming? That because you know that you wasn't supposed to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Messed up. Yeah, like, what do you do as a freed, because he's on, for murder. You know what I'm saying? They've been looking for that man for 2 years. What do you do as someone that they just free? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go back? But technically, does he get in trouble because they let him out? Like, I have so many questions. Does he get in trouble because he's not coming back? He know he wasn't supposed to be released. Y'all freed him, so
they trying to get him. They're gonna try to get him by any means necessary, dead or alive, just for the fact alone that it's an embarrassment, a stain on corrections, law enforcement, the city, the state, or whatever the case may be. If that brother or anybody that does that or gets that little window of opportunity, so to speak, I would get especially with a crime like that. Yeah. I will get the hell out of Dodge. I will get the hell out of Mexico. I'll be somewhere. You hear me? But some people don't have the wherewithal, because a lot of people that get locked up, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't they don't think ahead in their situations. They don't like people that sell drugs and this, that, and the third. A lot of people don't plan for that rainy day or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people don't have money to the side. Some family members probably, oh, you did that, I'm not messing with you. Some families will stick and stay with you, but some families don't. So we don't know if that brother got the wherewithal to get out of Dodge, or he got to dip and dive from homie to homie house until somebody to that reward goes up a little bit. And they be like, shit, I need a new car, or shit, I can give me a bird, or and they he's over little Riri's house, Wee Wee Lobster over his house. I know he ran somewhere because I saw him. But yeah, it's definitely the court's fault, Jay, man. That's a fact, the Mundo. And at the end of the day, if that was you all, would you turn yourself back in? Would you go back and, you know what I'm saying, and say, listen, I'm sorry, it was your fault. However, here I stand. Man. Knowing you facing murder, even especially if you're guilty, what do you do? What do you do? Do you stick and stay, or do you get the figgity out of Dodge? Huh?
And I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know what I do. I don't know if I'd be so, because I mean, when he in there. So, my thing is, I don't know if I wouldn't be running back so quick.
I wouldn't, man. I'd be running, but it'd be in the opposite direction. You hear me?
Well, yes.
I'm gonna buy it. First, I'm gonna get the hell about the state. I'm gonna at least go try to get 3 states over at least as quickly as possible. If I can get 3 states over as quickly as possible, I can breathe a little bit, because then I know that there'll be a little bit more of a delay, But if I can, I'm gonna get to the border.
Yeah. So yes. Yeah, you might as well.
Like Rocky.
Yeah, he made a mistake. You made a mistake, is what it is. I just thought it was crazy. I was like, it's another person. Why they can't keep these folks in the jail? Like, what's going on with the jail? But that was amazing that they made a mistake. I guess they had to admit it. I think I'd rather say he escaped.
Because you got to answer the questions as to how. And it's a lot of places got so many cameras now that it's going to show certain movements. Even if it don't show everything, it's going to show. And they'll be like, I don't see nothing that look like an escape. I don't see nothing. And, they have outside perimeter cameras, too, on the roof and on.
Yeah, they usually do.
So it's like, okay, you said he escaped, but I don't see escape. You got explaining to do. You have explaining to do. Yeah, we seen you go, and let him through the gate. Let him get on out the door. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and the crazy part about it is, I know from experience that before they let you go, they run your shit again. They run your shit again to see if there are outstanding warrants in other jurisdictions.
That's an inside job, then, I would think. You think it's an inside job?
If the paperwork says what it says, or somebody input something wrong, even if somebody from the inside did it purposely, could be an inside job. It's in the they check that, and they check the system. And if his only warrant was that murder case, then it's no more warrant, because the warrant is satisfied when they lock you up. So it doesn't show as an active warrant no more. So if he ain't got no other cases or the warrants, and if it's saying he's due to be released, they don't know why. Because a lot of them ain't paying attention as to the why he's being released or what he's there for at that point. They're just like, okay, this is somebody due to be released. They check, no active warrants and wants, da-da-da-da. They'll give him his property bag if it's still there in the system, but he's only been there a couple of days, so whatever he had on when they arrest him, a phone maybe, that's all it is. Listen, and then they get up out of there. They buzz you through one little door, then they buzz you through another door, and you up out of there.
That's it.
Like I said, and I've seen people get out that way. I've seen it happen. I said, matter of fact, a little situation I had years ago. Somebody got released the same day I did, and they said they I'm up out of here. Look, we got up out of there too. I said, I ain't mad at you. Not every jail that does that. That's a fact, Jay, man.
We're gonna have to have a new locked up segment or something, because or release segment or something, because this is great. And I'm gonna look for that one, Jay, man, because it's like a lot of stories like this. Like, what is going on? You cannot keep people in the doggone jail. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, like now. I want to ask y'all something, right? Y'all heard about all the stuff that's going on in New York City with the migrants that's coming over? You know, you know, it is a New York City thing, but it seems like this issue is spreading out like I thought it was going to spread out, because now Chicago is having an issue. If y'all haven't seen it, you know, because you can't put all of them in New York City, it's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? But they trying, you know, and now it seems that the Democrats, because this is all the Democrats, you know, I've been looking up the Democratic Party, and they are not looking so good. And I'll be talking about it for the next, you know, couple of shows. And I really changed my mind on a lot because they said the Democrats in California have voted to pay $300 weekly. So they get weekly checks to unemployed illegal immigrants. So that's $1,200 a month to just come over here. You don't have to get a job. You know, from what we hear, they're hanging out in the parks, they're by the schools, you know, they're getting free room and board. But it just doesn't stop there. It seems that the problem is that California State, now, you know that they have a deficit. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Their deficit is $31.5 billion.
Who, right? California or
just they said just the state of California. Mm-hmm. So I guess I don't know. When you're in a deficit, do you do that? Do you just give away free money like that? You ever say like I don't understand what's. I mean, I know about Ukraine because I ain't gonna talk about Ukraine.
You must have read my mind.
Yeah, I know what you.
We been in a deficit.
Yeah, I was on a live 5 o'clock this morning, and we were talking about the whole Ukraine situation. So I understand that, but wouldn't that teach us a lesson? I'm saying because nobody likes the fact that all that money is going to Ukraine, and we will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot about Biden. Not really feeling Biden like that no more, but I learned a lot about him. But this is my thing. Now, we all thought, like I said, it was a New York thing, right? So let me tell you some of the stuff that the illegal immigrants are getting. So the legal immigrants after the $300 or whatever, they're getting that monthly, you know, free room and board, whatever you want to call it. They can also receive driver's licenses and cut the line in front of legal immigrants trying to get over, get across the border, right?
Well, hold on. That don't even sound right.
I keep hearing it being reported. I thought it was crazy.
Where's that news source coming from? Because
matter of fact, I'll send it to you.
Hold on. Make that make sense that an illegal immigrant is going to be able to cut the line in the process than somebody that's legally doing that part.
But you know what that's happening though, right? You know that you see. Okay, I hate to say this, but illegally, I'm saying allegedly.
Illegally.
I'm sorry. Allegedly, Biden, they keep saying Biden is trying to destroy. You know what I'm saying? They put it on Biden. You know, Eric Adams had a hand in this. And I'm looking at this more and more, that they're doing this on purpose. They're letting these people over here on purpose. Do you know that I got another article that I was going to do another day. Do you know that if some of y'all is having an issue with y'all landlords, you get what I'm saying? I've said it before. You know, they getting $3,500 a head for putting these people in the same apartments that you guys are in. You get what I'm saying? So this is a system. They getting money by having. If I'm getting $35 a head for an illegal immigrant and legals trying to come over here, who would I pick? You got to think about that. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's different. That's personal gain. That's for landlords and maybe even company gain if it's somebody that has multiple properties, whatever. But that's a lot different than
they benefit more for having illegals over here. And you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, I ain't gonna say it's a conspiracy or whatever. It's an agenda. Now, I don't know who pissed off who, but I'm gonna report why some of this is going on. I wasn't gonna do it today, but maybe I'll do it to go with this story, so maybe I can understand a little bit more. Why the driver's licenses, I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. I know why. I know why.
What was the thing with the driver's licenses?
the thing with the driver's license is because certain banks had already started a thing where they had special bank accounts for immigrants, especially illegal immigrants. And what the driver license allows them to do is track. You're able to track illegal immigrants if they got this special license, because at least you'll know they're in the state. The bank account is another way to track and or to have money flowing into their system, because they know they're smart. They know that the illegals are making money. A lot of them, not all of them, because they take under the table jobs, and they take jobs that a lot of people don't want. And so there's cash flow there. So if you allow an immigrant to get a certain bank account, now a company can protect their neck when it comes to paying out illegal immigrants and get them a check, and the bank will honor the check, which means there's more money flowing through their system or whatever the case may be. And what it does for the government, it gives them a greater sense as to the earning potential, the capabilities, the monetary capabilities. Where's the money going? You know what I'm saying? At least from the time that they earn some money and into the bank. Now, sometimes they're able to track certain ways where they send the money out, and that's been the main problem with the immigrants, because there's immigrants coming in all the time and have been doing so for eons, from since the Pilgrims got here up until now, whether it been Irish, Scottish, Dutch, hell, Caribbean, African, Asian, Russian, whatever you name it. There's been immigrants coming in legally and illegally throughout time. The problem is most people from a lot of other places aren't really trying to send money back home to their people like that. In certain instances, Africa does. In certain instances, India and certain other countries do it. The problem is now with a lot of Latino countries, they're actually, in Hispanic countries, they're actually sending money back to their families and back home to either build up where they're from or to bring more people here. What it does is it cheats the economy. It cheats the American economy out of money and dollars to circulate here and to do things at America's will, so to speak. And that's the real problem. That's the that they're not talking about. The real reason why there's concern, is the fact that these people aren't pushing money back into the system the way they should. And to land my plane, that's why the banks are allowing have created these special accounts, and that's also why
so it's about the money, right?
Huh?
So it's always about the money.
That's what it's always been about. Because you think about it, we've had homeless for years. Yeah, there's been an influx, and there's been more homeless people because they're running the prices of everything up. But there's always been immigrants. There's always been people here coming here, stowing away on cargo ships, to banana boats, to vessels, coming in on temporary visas, and going, disappearing, not of nefarious reasons, but because they want to stay, they don't want to go back, or whatever the case may be. So you gotta pay attention to all that. It's all a game, and like somebody said earlier, I can't remember who said it. It's coming up on election time, so they're trying to cast aspersions this way or this person. And at the end of the day, you got to pay attention. Pay attention to who's running, what they running on, what's going on. Are they helping your community? Are they effing over your community? Even in a situation like this. And if they're not right, it ain't just the presidency. You talked about Eric Adams on down the map.
Yes, he gotta
go. Elections.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. Look, I will keep reporting the story because I don't want to change your minds on who y'all want to vote on. But, I may not be able to pronounce a football team, but I understand how this money work. You know what I'm saying? How these presidents are really messing us up. You know what I'm saying? And every day I'm changing my mind. I'm starting to see what they was talking about with Trump. That's all I'm going to say. I get it a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why.
Bring it here for you. Got to feel.
I'm going to tell you why. Because if y'all are over in those southern states, y'all not feeling what's going on here in New York. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more about what's going on here in New York because we feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And we may be the drastic change. Y'all may not see this coming when the voting happened. I'm hearing a lot of people, more people talking about they voting because they tired of what's going on. You get what I'm saying? You know, we already were overcrowded. Now it's like 1 million people over here. You get what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. But let me go on with the story. So, like I told you, they get the 2-year. And they also get a 2-year car lease free.
What? Man, no.
Like, that's how I was like, what is going on here?
No. What news sources is coming from? Because that sound.
I'm gonna bring it back up for you.
Do you know how
it should be my search history?
Okay, all right. Now I need you to think about this. I need you to think, and I don't mean to interrupt your story. How many illegal immigrants are here in the United States?
I can look it up. You need me to?
No, I'm just saying guess. Just guess. You ain't even got to have an accurate number. A lot.
Now it got to be thousands to almost. Yeah, so it got to be thousands.
Are you telling me every last one of the grown adults of illegal status can get a 2-year car lease or car loan?
I thought it was crazy too, but are you surprised that anything else crazy that's going on?
It's no way possible.
They're already getting driver's licenses. They're getting $1,400 a month. $1,200 a month. Are we really surprised at all this stuff? The next thing they're gonna give them is houses. You know how this goes.
Think about the highway system. Think about the highway system. Think about hell right there in New York in traffic. That's what people that got cars and shit legally for the most part. Just imagine you add that influx in of automobiles in New York alone, but let alone across the country, it'd be gridlock. It would be And there
was a reason why. I just didn't write it down. I wish I had. I'm trying to see why now.
That part. I just thought it was crazy. I don't put it past nobody to do whatever. I don't put it past nobody to do whatever. That just sounds kind of brazy because that.
And I gotta find this article because it was in the article, but I didn't think it was so important. But I see now that it was. But because I looked up, I said, why would they need a 2-year car lease? You get what I'm saying? And I've been buying cars off the showroom floor, and they ain't never. You know what I'm saying? And, my name is good and my credit is good. They ain't never getting why we don't get that? I've been in New York forever. I was just like, this don't make no sense. But
it don't because it don't. Even without the gridlock, you got to look at pollution. You got to look at the air quality.
$12 though.
They trying to change. Some places are trying to change over from gas to electric, but then they trying to get more of us out of cars. They trying to get more of us out of cars and to do share riding and or some type of main transit, train, subway, whatever the case may be. That don't.
Yeah, I can't go into it now, but I'm gonna go back to that article. It was a reason why, and I saw it, but I just didn't write it down. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like they're trying to embarrass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody made somebody else mad, and now this is what it is. It got to be because the stuff is getting ridiculous.
Crazy. That's crazy.
And it's. They said it's more than 2,000 of them coming over. And I think I reported that before, coming over a day. Can you imagine? And Obama has something in place where you couldn't bring more than 1,000 over a day, or then where they were coming from was going to get taxed. I don't know if y'all remember that. I reported that before. Y'all can look that up. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? But then we know that they try to undo everything that Obama put in office. We already know this. You got what I'm saying? To the detriment of the country, of the people in the countries. You know what I'm saying? So that was one, though. I do remember that. Now, this is the thing also, right? So when Trump was in office, he put tariffs and sanctions on Mexico to stop immigrants crossing the border. Okay, so it looks like that Trump was with that too. Now they said the reason why, they said the problem with all this, and we were kind of looking for the issue, was Republicans are not meeting with the United Nations. So I guess now let me tell you something. I got another story about the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get to it today. The Republicans are doing a lot of stuff You get what I'm saying? A lot of real spiteful stuff. Now, we don't know if this is coming from Trump or what, but this is a great way for Trump to get back in the office if he was going to. But look at all the stuff that's happened. Biden looking crazy in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And I've met Biden on 2 different occasions, and the man was cool with me. But the stuff that's happening, I don't know if they just blamed it on the president or what, but it's looking real suspect right now. You know what I'm saying? Real suspect. Because I remember that they had these tariffs and stuff like that. You couldn't do some of this stuff. So now it's just getting done. Who's supposed to be to blame for this? Who's not stopping it? Every other president before you stopped it. What's going on? But I don't want to change anybody's vote or anything like that. I'm just saying. Yes, J. Piers, I'm about to report on that because that goes with this, right? They said Americans are complaining about the male migrant tents near the schools, the criminals that they putting on the local streets, the housing and the money given to migrants and not citizens, and the riots breaking out because of the outrage. They starting to riot. They not playing no more.
Where are they right?
I got it. It's in my computer. But I did see 2 different riots where they tried to overthrow the police. You know, that doesn't happen, especially not here in New York. They don't care nothing about your body, your soul, nothing. But I did see 2 of them that did happen where the police were moving. They was, and I watched it and I was like, all right, they're not going to win that, but I understand the outrage. I get it. You get what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Even the renovations where I'm at, they not renovating this for us. They making new apartments. They're making new apartments out of nothing. So they making real small apartments. You think that's for us?
Hold on. If they were rioting for anything, let alone this, I'm not from New York, but I know it would be seen where I'm at. I know it would have to be on the news somewhere in New York that there's some rioting somewhere going on. Yeah,
look for the video. I watched the video.
The media won't show everything, Watchmen, but just like what's going on in Philly, there's plenty of people that record on a daily basis with their own phone. That shit.
I watched the video of them knocking the police over. I did watch that video.
Was that in relation?
It was in New York.
Philly situation, or was it a skirmish on a block over something?
It was a small
rioting. Is this difference between rioting and a block or a little neighborhood difference with the police? There's a smaller group. Difference.
It was definitely a smaller group, but it was a large group of people that were knocking the police down, and the police weren't attacking them like I thought they were. They were just kind of moving out the way. The immigrants were here. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't know if any of y'all ever seen these tents. If y'all from New York, they big tents, and these people are sleeping on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But they are right, Eric Adams. Yeah. You got to call the National Guard because New Yorkers, they're not gonna play that for too much longer. It's starting to be an issue, and they move in these places. And some of these guys are these immigrants are criminals that's coming over. You get what I'm saying? So now your kids can't play in the park. They said these people are sitting in the park, and I think I wrote something about that. They sitting in the park drinking what they call cerveza. You know what I'm saying? And smoking cigarettes and weed. This is the stuff
come on now.
And I'm like, well, with $1,200, I would probably drink cerveza too. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably have me some Moedo or whatever. So Ciroc, I'm getting all this free money.
That's why I'm like, come on, man, because the American homeless are drinking whatever they drinking and smoking whatever.
Maybe they ain't made it to the liquor stores yet. Who knows? But I was just like, ain't that the audacity? You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. And so you got Americans here that's still killing themselves to put food on the table. Bad enough we can't get the stuff that we need. You know what I'm saying? You working, you can't go in the store and buy steak. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But they giving all this free money away. You get what I'm saying? It almost, and I've been saying this for a long time, it almost doesn't benefit people to work. And I hate to say it, but we see this a lot. You know what I'm saying? It almost doesn't benefit you to work because if you don't, they will give you everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame. If you want more, you go ahead and work though. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Oh yeah, Sarah Lynn, they've had tent cities in DC for many years, and they allow them for a certain period until somebody gets complaining about it's an eyesore, and then after a while somebody moves on and they push them, they push and close them down, and all they do is they pop up somewhere else for a period of time because there's no real action as to what to do, a real solution to change homelessness within itself, to provide low income housing within itself, because a lot of the low income housing in DC is being torn down, replaced with other housing, and then pushing people out into Maryland and Virginia in different aspects or whatever. Phil Sleepy, he can't wait to no, I'm good. I'm good. At the end of the
I'm just because I always have questions, right? Because I did tell y'all about Chicago. They said Chicago is also complaining about migrants committing crimes in Black neighborhoods and struggling to house thousands of migrants while building shelters. So they building shelters for them. But I had a couple of questions for y'all. And I wanted to know that why are the migrants the migrants are being placed in like poverty-stricken neighborhoods, mostly Black neighborhoods, it seems. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that all are poverty-stricken, but it seems like the low-income Black neighborhoods, that's where they're getting placed.
Don't worry about me.
Oh. And I mean, do y'all think that this is being done on purpose, or you get what I'm saying? Like, do y'all think that they were being placed in other neighborhoods? You know what I'm saying? That it would be this type of you get what I'm saying? Like, why are they putting them in low income neighborhoods in New York already got issues? Why y'all throwing all of them there? It's already overcrowded enough. Like, y'all know how New York City is. Yeah.
Because again, with that part, they're gonna send them where where's lower income residents. They're gonna put them where they're not gonna put it in the well-to-do areas. They're not.
Of course not.
Because the powers and the people that run the city and or put money into real money into the city ain't going for that. So they're gonna put them where, you know, it's kind of like okay, and place them there, and that's for immigrants, homeless in general. You're not gonna find too many even American homeless people in well-to-do rich areas. They're not having it. They'll have the police coming.
Exactly.
Get the hell up out of there.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Why is my thing?
I even saw somebody say something about we need the wall back, and I was like,
the wall ain't go nowhere though.
Exactly. I was like, they didn't even get the wall up. You know what I'm saying? But Trump did. What was the wall for though? I'm just going to say. And when I saw the comment, I was like, I forgot about that damn wall he was trying to put up. But it makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? I ain't looking at Trump a little different now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him quite a little different. You get what I'm saying? Especially because all of us in New York is feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're in the houses, you feeling this.
I'm gonna read this comment, and I'm gonna tell you something about Trump and the whole immigrant thing. Repairing homelessness would change our economic structure. It's cute to say people want to help, but it keeps a particular system in place to create the illusion of progression. But it's about money, which is where I want to go with Trump, because as much as Trump said he's anti-immigrant and this, that, and the third, companies that he's owned have employed at a time a bunch of illegal immigrants. It's a game. It's a game. Some of these companies and corporations and politicians openly say, we don't want them. We don't want them. We don't need them.
Yes.
But behind the scenes, they employing them to be their maids. They're employing them to be their landscapers. They're employing them to take care of their kids.
But are they bringing them over here, or are they already over here and they use them?
They're already over here. But what's the difference if you
say already over here, use them?
No,
I'm just saying.
No.
Not to be so harsh.
Hold on. If you immigration, and you're saying that it's affecting the American economy as a politician or somebody in power, and you're saying that it's affecting Americans' jobs, then why would you openly say that and then behind the scenes contribute to the very thing that you say that you're against? Because if you got them on your property working, and please understand, I have no problem with nobody trying to make a living or make a way. I have no problem with that. But I'm just saying, if you're going to openly say, yes, we need to get rid of them, we need to get them out of here, they're affecting the economy, and I'm going to put a wall up, whole time you helping some of them to do what they do behind the scenes, that's a hypocrisy.
It is, but I can tell you why. But we know why, right? I own my own business. Why would I go get somebody I got to pay $20 when I can get somebody that's going to work for $2? You get what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
It makes sense.
I get it.
Like,
it makes business
if they
sense.
already over here, but he ain't flying them in and bringing them in and letting them jump over walls to get in here. It makes sense.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? Let me pose this to you. Leroy, right? Henry commits a murder. Henry's on the run. You helping Henry out. He's already wanted, but you helping him out because you maybe have compassion, empathy, or maybe Henry is helping you business-wise, and you don't want to stop that, what he can do. You hold him down on the low, but when they come to your door, what they gonna do? The government or the authorities, they're gonna lock you up for aiding and abetting a criminal. Mm-hmm. Now they're trying to say that these illegal immigrants. Illegal means an action or crime.
No paperwork. No. Yeah.
So these same people, whether they be Trump, whether they be Eric Adams, I'm just saying his name, or anybody who actively employs under the table. One, you going against the tax code by employing them under
definitely.
The table.
That's what he do.
That's committing a crime. That's committing a crime. That's committing
a crime.
So by these people, these corporations, these powerful people and businesses employing illegal immigrants, not legal immigrants, illegal immigrants, but in your face is saying, no, we're against it. We don't want them here. It's like they smiling in your face the whole time. They're like, fuck these people.
But he been doing that. Like, are we surprised?
I get that. But what I'm saying is, for a lot of these people that say they do so, that they are so anti the situation, contribute to the reason why there's an influx of people coming in, because they know that there are people that will employ them under the table. Right. And it'd be some of the same people back, either directly or backed by other people that contribute and participate in the system, in the thing, and they don't care because they don't got to pay taxes on them. They don't have to pay benefits, so they save money. And what they do know, if by chance they are caught and deported or whatever the case may be, there's somebody else to take their place. Similar to the jail system, similar to the private jail industry, whereas okay, they're gonna push some people out. Oh yeah, Trump let some people out, didn't he? People that did years, only to make room for fresh blood to take their place. That's very true. That's the same thing with immigration. The same way. Okay, y'all got them. ICE got them. Okay, go on out there and find some more. Go out there and find some more. Yes. We're not trying to hire Evolution Brooklyn, her brother or uncle, because they want too much money. Big Phil, he want too much money. Go get Jorge. Go get Barishnikov. Go get, because it ain't just Latino immigrants either that are illegal. Oh yes,
African. It's a whole bunch now. Listen, it's a whole bunch of them now.
My thing is this, okay, if we're going to be against it as a country, if we're going to do something about it, do something about it. Don't let it just be talk. Don't let it be rhetoric. Don't let it be hypocritical, tongue-in-cheek, or talking out both sides of your face, because that's the problem with politics anyway, and what's been going on for us and for everybody around us. It's like, okay, if you're going to send them up out of here, send them up out of here. But they know, one, this getting to certain things you were saying earlier about paying for this and paying for that. There's places and there's companies and organizations that get paid, that benefit from them being here. And thus, they don't want them necessarily to leave. Thus, these programs that you're talking about. And let's be clear, the more that these programs operate, the more that they can put them in places, the more they can give them IDs, let them have bank accounts. It allows for the economy to keep more of the money in our system at least a little bit longer, at least a little bit, because the real The real problem isn't the fact that they're here, because if that was a problem, the border should have been shut down and more selective years ago. The real problem isn't that they're here. The problem again is that they're siphoning money out to their people, which on the
Mm-hmm.
which on the basis and the foundation of it all should be applauded. Should be applauded.
Yes. Yep.
Because it's like, okay, I got to do whatever I take to get out from under. Over here, the dollar is worth so much more, and the jobs that we getting over here is crap. Let me, and a lot of them brave all kinds of shit to get here. Once you're here, okay,
Yeah.
let me do what I need to do, get this money. I got a family. And I'm not
Right.
just talking about
Yep.
wife and kids. I'm talking about sometimes uncle, aunts,
Grandma, grandpa,
mom
everybody.
to
Yeah.
take care of. Now, if we applied some of that same thought process to our community, listen.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
nobody's stopping that but us. Nobody's stopping that but us.
Yeah.
And so I get it. It affects certain people. It affects certain organizations and trades and things of that nature. But in a lot of instances, the people that are complaining the most about the jobs don't want the jobs that they're complaining about. And it's like, okay, if you really don't want that job, why are you worried about if they are working it? But again, that's the Hippocratic the Hippocratic nature of our country. It's like I'm gonna shake your hand.
I'm gonna be honest though, Phil. I'm gonna be honest. I looked at that, right? I've been looking at a lot of stuff, and a lot of people are not getting hired for these jobs now because because we have so many people willing to work for nothing. You get what I'm saying? I'm starting to notice that. I'm starting to notice a lot of jobs open. A lot of people are getting turned away. You know, I ain't gonna say it, but I know one job in particular. This is happening to all the time. I ain't gonna say it because it's gonna,
no, say it.
bother my livelihood. But I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? If you know your worth now, it means absolutely nothing when somebody will come in and do a job that you may be doing $40 an hour for, and they'll come and do it for 20. You get what I'm saying?
That goes beyond immigration, because
it ain't us. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's what's going on, period. Because you got a lot of people that's spending thousands of dollars going to college to get these specialized degrees in specialized fields, and some of them have to get Walmart jobs, some of them have to get McDonald's jobs, some of them because they can't get in. But that's not an immigration problem. That's companies being greedy in a lot of instances, one, and want to pay down as opposed to paying people per their worth, and then the influx of the amount of people that are specialized now in these different fields makes the availability a lot smaller. Then on top of it, now a lot of people are realizing that college educated kids aren't necessarily or adults aren't necessarily the best for every position. And some places, not to change the conversation up, are actually going off of life experience or real world experience when it comes to your worth to the company and what do you know about this industry or this job position or whatever the case may be. It's a catch-22. It's a rock or hard place in a pit bull for us all. Yeah. Whether you stand on one side of immigration or another. Now I stand in the stance of sitting back and watching, because at the same time I'm like, I can empathize with somebody wanting to better their lives, but I can also empathize with somebody that's here whose livelihood is being affected by the influx of immigration. So I see both sides, but the problem is, while there are those two sides right there, you got somebody playing the middle, playing games like trying to pacify those that are affected, or we gonna do something about it. We gonna get rid of them. Then there's the other side, but it's a need for that, because we can make some extra money on the low. Then there's another side. How can we increase the revenue for the United States, or more locally for New York? How can we do that? We got to implement programs, because they're going to be here anyway. That's the thing. We got to get in our head. They're going to be here anyway. Where there's man and there's the will, there's going to be the way. And even if they don't cross over no wall, over a wall or through a river, where there's man, there's going to be greed, and somebody's going to get paid off to bring people in or allow people through, et cetera, et cetera. As long as there will
Yeah.
be men in position, there will be temptation, and there will, as long as money has value to somebody, there's going to be temptation, and things are going to happen. It's a sad situation because it puts an uneasiness, it puts a smoke and mirrors type of war among the races.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
bickering. Now you bickering with somebody that's of a brown complexion or a tan complexion,
Yeah.
or over something that ain't neither one of y'all's to be 100. Almost like gangbanging. Almost like gangbanging. You're beefing over bullshit that really ain't
That
yours.
nobody own. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it keeps your mind focused on that when the other areas of your community that should be delved into and worked to change are being swept under the rug, turned the blinds eye to, or we forgetting about it because we so caught on the one thing. And yes, it can be a problem, but what about the problem that been here before all that? Because if we ain't getting our communities together, it don't matter how many immigrants they bring in. If we don't give a shit about our community ain't gonna be a community. And it ain't gonna be nobody's fault. It ain't gonna be nobody's fault. Biden, Trump, Leroy, Henry, Julio, it ain't gonna be nobody's fault but our own if our communities perish for the lack of unity, for the lack of education, for the lack of financial wealth, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end of the day, we have to get our shit together. We definitely do. Because at the end of the day, if immigration is that much of an effect to our community, what the hell are we going to do about it? If police brutality is that much of an issue, what the hell are we going to do about it?
It's a
If
problem.
homelessness is a problem, if this is that and the problem,
Yeah.
what are we going to do about it? But we can't do shit about it if we can't even get on one accord long enough to re-educate, to re-stimulate. You know how they put the stimulus out there during this time
Yeah.
to
Yes.
stimulate our communities with our own dollars. And then once we do that and know our worth and really reshape and mold what our communities look like, then we become a force because you won't find these homeless places in Jewish communities. You won't find them in certain other
Exactly.
because they're not having it. But guess what? You can be mad. You can be mad. You can turn a side eye to that group of people, but that group of people utilizes their community to their utmost ability.
Yeah. And we done
That,
seen it for years. It's
that's
like,
that's what we need to do. And
yeah.
then we address, okay, we don't want them in our community. We don't want them over here. We don't want this to go on. We don't want the police to treat us like dogs. We don't want da. Until we
Right.
know our worth and start changing the things we need to change in our community, we gonna be forever in a chasing the tail kind of argument or debate or discussion about a lot of different topics. I hate to say it that way. I hate to
Yeah.
say it because if it affects you, it affects me. No matter if you're in New York and I'm in DC or not, or right outside DC and Virginia, because if it's there, it's either in DC or coming to DC or vice versa. DC is
Right.
New York.
That's what I was trying
So
to say before. Yeah.
all these things affect us all. But are we victimizing or are we looking at the wrong part of it as the culprit? Is it the immigrant? Is it the immigrant we should be punishing, or should be the system or the people that allow it to happen? Because if they wanted to stop it,
Yeah. They
they could
messed
get
up.
it down to a 1% thing, locally,
Yes.
statewide, and federally. So
Yes. And they know how to do it too.
exactly. So the fact that they're not doing it, we can't be mad. We can't be mad at people that's trying to do whether they because it's criminals that come across in all cultures or whatever. But we can't be mad at people that's trying to get somewhere else. What we can be mad at is y'all paying more attention to those other people and not people that's being.
Yes, because our homeless is still out on the street, and you know they
And I've
nowhere
landed
to
the plane.
nothing. They starving, like yeah, like it's crazy, you know.
And I
It's
landed
like,
the plane, y'all. I landed the plane. Sorry about that
oh.
for being long-winded.
No, but I mean, but that was a good
Oh,
motivational speech. We need to
you
stick
probably like,
together.
okay,
All this back and forth and stuff, it looks stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's straight retarded, especially now, because we're about to have what y'all call this government shutdown. You get what I'm saying? So all the stuff that we doing, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting together and putting our money together, whatever we're going to do, we're going to be looking crazy if this does happen. I'll give y'all a little bit about that, though. So it now they said it's supposed to be a government shutdown, right? Now they updated the article, so if you guys saw anything else, y'all can put it down in the comments or come up and talk.
Federal or
At
state.
this point, it is anytime y'all want to come up, y'all can.
Federal or state.
Yeah, the government shutdown. They said on yesterday. Matter of fact, the U.S. Senate stepped up on a bipartisan bill meant to stop the government from shutting down in 5 days, while the House pushes forward with conflicting measures backed only by the Republicans. Now, I'll break that down a little bit more. All right, so the Senate voted 77-19 to start debates on a measure that would fund the government through November 17th, which includes around $6 billion for domestic disaster responses and another $6 billion in aid to Ukraine. Ukraine has been a hot subject so far. The Republican-controlled House, so this is how I'm breaking it down to you guys. The Republican-controlled House of Representatives plan to push along with its own partisan approach that was unlikely. So they're not thinking it's going to be supported. It's unlikely to win support in the Democratic majority Senate. So that's how I broke it down for y'all. If y'all understand, I can break it down a little bit more. They said the House moved ahead on a procedural vote on 4 spending bills that reflect conservative priorities. It also stands no chance of becoming law, but they keep pushing this stuff. And it would only fund a portion of the government, which wouldn't avert a shutdown. So it seems that the House, now y'all remember I told you that the House is Republican control, right? So they're just pushing bills now. We're about to be in a shutdown. First it was the money. Now it's the money that's being sent over to Ukraine. Now it's the immigrants. It all go together, y'all. It all goes together. You get what I'm saying? So it's all one story. You get what I'm saying? They're pushing bills for their own agenda. And before, remember I said that the Republicans had just met at the United Nations that they could have stopped some of these immigrants coming around. You get what I'm saying? So it was said in another article, and I didn't put it down, but it was said that this is the spitefulness that you will see from the Republicans supported by Trump. So they thinking maybe this is Trump's way of getting back. I don't know, but this is messing us up. Can you imagine what a government shutdown is going to do? I'm just saying, it's bad enough our dollar is not, it's what 70 cents on a dollar now or something like that. You get what I'm saying? It's just getting worse, and that's why I like the fact that you were talking about us coming together, because I don't know. It look like we moving up into the purge, or we're gonna be moving up into that soon. I keep making jokes and stuff. You get what I'm saying? But I made this joke a long time ago. I was a little twisted on one of these Friday night, you get what I'm saying, episodes, and I may post it today, where I said we are headed into the purge, Armageddon. You get what I'm saying? And everything, like, it's coming. We see it coming. You get what I'm saying?
Well, if you have a spiritual sense, or even a religious sense, whether it's Muslim, Christian, and maybe one or two other ones, a lot of this has been written and foretold.
Very true.
Of this has been written and foretold.
Revelations. Very true.
Facts. And not to put it, change the mode or whatever, but understand, you just got to study and show yourself approved, and you work house to house to try to change it, starting from your house, and then you talk to your neighbor, and your neighbors talk to your neighbors, and that's where the camaraderie, that's when the unity comes, that's when the movements can happen, and change can actually exist.
Right.
It's funny because both sides play a game. Both sides play a game, and that's why it's time for new blood to come into office. Independent, somebody with a new way of thinking that can do more for the people, not just for the country, but for the people of the country, that have them in mind. That's what we need, because a lot of these agendas. I saw somebody said it, even with the deficit and the budget bill. A lot of these bills, a lot of both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, they slide in other little crap that they trying to get passed in these bills. That's why you think these bills be 800 pages and 900 pages long, and some of it slips through the cracks because it might be on page 745, whereas you concerned about the major things or the things that concern your party, that your party is trying to get across. And in the balance is us, the American people, not just us as black people, not us just us as brown people, yellow people, but us as American people are caught in the middle and kind of just done away with in these bills. So that's why they always get so close to the edge, and it's gonna be a shutdown. It's threatening, because then they're gonna say, oh, it's the Republicans' fault, oh, it's the Democrats' fault, because they don't want to sign on to this. They don't want, when all in all, they really not fighting over that bill. They fighting over the other shit that they want to get included in those bills.
It's the separate bills, the small separate bills. I was trying to get information on them, but I'm gonna find out. They don't really say, but I'm gonna find out what them 4 bills were, because that's more important to them than the whole government getting shut down. You get what I'm saying? You know, and I'm seeing what Miss Passion Fruit is saying, and that's what it is. I'm trying to provoke change in y'all. Like, it's all nice to come here and laugh and play and talk about, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm not, if me and Phil is not doing our job and making y'all think about something other than IG, you get what I'm saying? And the nonsense, you get what I'm saying? It's doing a disservice. It's really doing a disservice to y'all. Now, I ain't playing ha he, but I got my ears to the street and what's going on, especially when it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess with my money. I don't play those games. So, we gotta figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even watch the news. That we don't even look into stories that's reported on the news.
Not like we should. That's a fact. But even in that, you got to be mindful. You got to be mindful and watch the play on why certain news is being shown and other news isn't being shown. But that was the reason why earlier I said about the local riots that you were talking about, because I was like, somebody would have had that footage all over Instagram, all over if it was a full-on riot.
I found it on the internet.
Disturbances, yeah, because I seen one in New York. It was over some shit in a couple blocks or whatever, and the police was trying to do certain shit or whatever. But it is what it is. People need to study to show themselves approved. Do your due diligence.
Yes. Don't look up and they taking all your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or something falling on you because you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like
don't take
like
anything.
Even the voting thing.
Don't take anything that I'm saying for face value. Anything Evolution said for face
research.
Value or anybody else. Do your due diligence. Research. Don't be afraid to Google. Don't be afraid to go to other reputable sites. Don't be afraid to get in a book. Don't be afraid to just find out. Find out.
And if y'all don't like what I'm saying, then do the research. You get what I'm saying? Do I have to go in the bathroom with you and hold it for you while you pee? Like, do your own research. I'm just saying, do your own research. That's it. I don't like what Evo said. Let me go to the computer. Like, that's all you got to do. I do it all the time when I see these news articles. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I would hope that sometimes that y'all would do that, because then y'all find out more information. Y'all can bring it back to us in the morning show. I'm always open to hear stuff or see stuff that, and report on stuff. Not a problem. And a lot of times they do give me, stuff to report on.
So I got a quick question. Why is it you always got to bring it back to a cucumber? Because you talking about hold while somebody go wee and all. What you talking, huh?
That's my brand. That's my brand. You got to be known for something. And that keep coming, make your rounds. That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact, y'all. Do your own research. That part right there.
And I wanted to bring something else up with that story since we got a little bit of time. Ukraine. Y'all remember we talking about Ukraine? You hear about Ukraine everywhere. Ukraine, right? So it seems that y'all White House, right? Now they want to more. Sorry about the noise, guys. Your White House announces a prisoner exchange with Iran, right? So what they are doing, and this probably didn't get a lot of attention. I only saw it a couple of places, but you remember that there were 5 Americans. I don't know if y'all heard about this story. There were 5 Americans who were detained in Iran. I don't know if y'all heard about that. They were released on the Monday that passed, right? In exchange for the Biden administration granting clemency, so that's mercy, right? To 5 Iranians. So that's what I'm saying. It was an exchange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now check this out, but it couldn't be just an equal exchange. Oh no, that could happen.
Oh no,
that they couldn't do it like that because that would be the simple thing to do. We couldn't do it like that. Here's what happened. So there was also $6 billion inserted into a restricted Iranian account frozen in South Korea to a Qatari bank as part of the deal. So y'all don't see the agenda now? All right, let's keep going. Right? So the 5 Americans were wrongfully imprisoned, right? So it looks like and I'll break that down. And they had 2 other family members with them, right? Who were banned from traveling to Iran. So it looks like you got ours, we got yours. But if we give y'all's back, we gonna need some money because we know America likes giving away all their money.
Extortion,
yeah.
Kidnapping.
So now I have the name of these Americans. I'm not gonna really say them because they really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know no way. Now, the 5 Iranians were held for non-violent crimes. And 2 other Iranians who did not have legal status in the U.S. So now don't that look like they both did the same thing? So why we had to give them money? You held ours, we held yours. Why we got to give you money too? This stuff don't look suspect to y'all.
It's all
they held them for the same reason. You ain't supposed to be in Iran. You ain't supposed to be in America. You know what I'm saying?
It's all a game.
And they held the same amount of people. They held 7. 5 and 5 is 7. So why do we have to give $6 billion to? It was 5. See that. This is what I'm talking about. It was 5 and 2.
5 equals 7. So I'm like,
no, I said 5 and 2 equals 7. It was 5. It was
okay.
5 and then 2 family members. Then it was 5 and 2 other. So you get what I'm saying? It was a fair exchange. Why do we have to keep giving money away? Now, you know, like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at these reports, sometimes you have to look closer into them. Read what they saying. They telling us something. You get what I'm saying? This ain't fair. We going down. I just hate to say it.
Pause. The commentary.
They're giving away all the money.
The commentary.
I know.
The opinions of Evolution Brooklyn, and not necessarily those.
Come on now, y'all. Now.
And the Good Morning gang, boys. She said, we going down.
We going down, y'all. They give away all our money. It look crazy. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And I keep following these stories, you know. And I was trying to figure out, like, when did all this start? When did all this happen? And then I thought about it like this. Is this like a smoke screen to get like Trump's trial, you know, pushed back? Because, you know, it happens in October. But I'm looking at that too. Is this like a smoke screen? Like, what's going on? This fascinates me more than any live, anything. Because I'm trying to figure out, because you know that you say they follow the money. Always follow the money, you'll find the source. But the money is leaving so fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the purpose of us just giving the money away?
I saw a couple people say that it was their money that the U.S. froze or whatever, and they just wanted it back or whatever. So if that's the case, that's different. That's different. But you know, and they play the game of, okay, you got ours, we're gonna get yours, and then we're gonna get what's ours back in the long run.
Makes
But
sense.
if,
I ain't mad at that.
but it also happens in times where somebody then trespassed mistakenly and gotten picked up purposely or whatever the case may be, and now they're using that as a bargaining or leverage chip to get some money from the United States or get some, military aid, or whatever the case may be. It happens. It unfortunately is a part of the game, the international game or whatever. But same game that we were talking about on another scope locally when it comes to immigration, et cetera, is just played on the big arena or whatever. But
I don't know. They looking good. And we need to get Eric Adams up out of here. I meant to say something about that. That fool, yeah, we need to get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I am now like with the church and trying to get people ready to, to just look at the stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I go back in the church, deep in the church sometimes, because when I see stuff, I try to tell the youth, like, you know what I'm saying? Or the ones that can vote, the new voters, whatever. Look at what's going on. Make sure that you're aware. Stop voting people in office because they're black. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Because we're going to be messed up behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Vote
and look how black Eric Adams, what is he doing?
Vote for the best people for the position, no matter what the position is. Vote for the best people.
Because, a lot of us go in there and we just go down the, we just putting in the little circles and we don't know none of these people. We ain't never seen these names before. Like, we got to start doing a little research. If I can, I'm going to try to start giving y'all some names because I am working with the church. I'm going to try to start giving y'all some names to research. Hopefully you guys do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, I'll maybe bring that as like a little segment where I can say, hey, well, this person does this, that. Maybe that'll help the vote a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For whenever we have to vote, because at this point, I don't know. We have leaders. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some of us got to pick up the board and be like, look, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down with you. I may not like you, but I ain't trying to go down with you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, we got to do this as a community because it's getting to be it's getting crazy. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah.
Watchmen, silly.
I saw Watchmen say, yeah, he is. And he don't care. He in the clubs. Now, you ain't never seen that, somebody in the club, like he in the club. He be in the clubs what we do. You know what I'm saying? He at every damn party.
You gotta research his background, where he come from, what he was into. He was a street dude.
He need to stay a street dude for real. We ain't need him.
I said that when you said about him being in the club, it make a lot of sense. A lot of time we be so tired of one thing that we'll hurry up and jump into another thing as opposed to taking that time, like you said, and doing our due diligence and researching who is this up for office? What do they really bring to the table besides a slick tongue pause?
Yes, and Daddy Black. Yeah, like because we've been losing a lot for doing that. The only time we won because they was black was Obama, and I'm gonna always stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, and even his hands was tied, like hell. So, it's just, hey Dana, man, it's just I don't know, but we got to step up because this is getting ridiculous.
And that's the thing. We complain till we're blue in the face till death comes and knocks at our door and it's time for us to lay it down or whatever the case may be. But what we gonna do while we're here? What you gonna do? Are you gonna sit there and just complain every day? You know, like the bitter old man or the bitter old woman sitting on their porch just complaining. Just I don't like this.
Won't do nothing.
But ain't doing nothing about it until
look at a snake.
Jay, man, you silly. Till we sit there and really put some action, put our foot to the pavement, actually do something, and stop just talking about it, we're gonna stay stuck in the cycles that we are in. And unfortunately, it seems like thus is so, because a lot of people, they want change, but they don't want to affect change. They don't want to create change. They don't want to do the work that implements change. Period. And when you do get a good brother, a good sister that comes along that wants
they hate on them.
Too much backbiting. Yeah, it's too much.
They hate on them. They don't want them in. You know what I'm saying? It's we gotta do something else. Like it's crazy. almost to the detriment of your own community. And I like what Vino Diva said. Yeah, those local elections, I remember coming on here maybe a month or two back and telling y'all, hey, it was a local election. Y'all need to go ahead and vote. You know what I'm saying? How I know that? Because my church is really into politics. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I look up to the pastor. You know what I'm saying? You know, he keeps us informed. He brings these politicians into the church, and they have to explain what's going on, why is this, why is that. They be on their back. You get what I'm saying? And then you can go home and research and see, you know, if you don't know the person. That's why I kind of got into a lot of this, because I was like, oh, the churches, let me see what they really talking about. And I've actually seen them go to bat, you know, and go to war with some of these, you know, politicians, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing. You know, I've always wondered about it, but once they started talking about the American dollar, you know what I'm saying? And as a business owner, you gotta look at that like something. Nah, we gotta figure this one out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna hit in our backyards. Trust that it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's
If
a
it don't
fact.
hit us first, usually what that stuff hit us first. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. Larry
You
Cook,
know,
Larry Cook, you said we lack leadership in our communities. I
we
think that's a
definitely
yes
do.
and no. I think we do definitely lack leadership. The other side of that we have leadership, but are they the proper leadership? Are they the best leadership that we should have for our communities and for our people? Not necessarily so, because some enter the game righteously and get corrupted, and some are corrupted trying to play a righteous leader. We just need some people that really are for the cause of bettering our situation, and not necessarily looking for the dollar behind it. If they earn dollars along the way, cool. But at the end of the day, the goal shouldn't be for self to elevate. It should be for our community to come together and elevate, or whatever the case may be. So that, I think that's a good statement what you put there, Larry Cook. And we got work to do. We got work to do, ladies and gentlemen. Work to do. Evolution. We about to wrap it on up. I'm tired to the mug. I got to go lay down again. Lay down again. Lay down again. But any last word for the people?
Uh no, I really don't. And I'm pretty sure
Damn
that
it.
y'all been, you know, because you know I do this thing where I tell y'all to follow me and subscribe, and y'all don't. But it's okay because most of y'all already subscribed and followed and follow me already.
So
So
then if
it
they
makes
already
no
pulled
sense.
that cake.
You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. You know, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? It was nice, you know, again, you know, talking to you guys and getting to know y'all better, you know, and getting to tell y'all these stories and you know, it's what it is. And I'm in a great mood, you know, and y'all will see me on these IG streets.
You going
You know,
live? You going live?
and on
You
these
going live?
YouTube streets. Because I had an impromptu live the other day about
Uh-huh.
weak women, and it went really well. I met a very nice gentleman who really put some really positive thoughts in my mind and made me look at you know the state of relationships and why they don't work and stuff like that. Um, very he was very wise, and you know we follow each other, and I'm you know I can throw questions off of him and get his opinion, and he's not biased and everything. So you know these day lives and stuff when people at work, it might be the thing to do.
Nice
I'm
to
just
see
gonna
you.
be honest. Yeah, it was
Okay.
supposed to be an hour live. We went to about 2-3 hours on 1 hour live. You
Sometimes it
know,
be like that. Sometimes it be like that.
yeah, and it's amazing what men and women think about weak women. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, you know, because I see a lot. So it was just I had to speak on it. And I was surprised at what people thought. You know what I'm saying? It is on my page if you ever want to go watch that. But you know, people said they wanted to talk about it again that night, but I just, you know, had other things to do. But you know, again, if y'all want to know, it's Evolution Brooklyn on IG, you know, and the YouTube show. I'm going to do another show soon. You know what I'm saying? And that
Household.
is UXP Evolution Era. You
Household.
know, I'm just gonna say next Tuesday to be safe, just in case, because like y'all know, they still doing renovations. They don't really bother anything in the morning, but at night, that's when they start messing with stuff around about the afternoon time. So, but yeah, definitely next Tuesday. And I kind of got a double show I'm going to put into one, but y'all really going to like how I do it. You got what I'm saying? And these are not just me in a room. And I have to say this is not just me in a room, you know, twirling on a cucumber, whatever y'all think. It's actually a lot of informative information that I'm giving out. You get what I'm saying? So you're seeing another side of me, but nothing is boring about these shows. But I'm really giving y'all something to think about, something to take back to your husbands and wives. And, you know, it's going really well. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get it out there more. And also, these candles, yeah, they ready. They ready. Phil, these candles are ready.
They ready.
Yeah, I've been working on them, and they are ready.
It ain't one of them special candles that you about to pull up.
No.
Okay,
Well,
cool,
if you want those too, if y'all want the penis candles, y'all can have them. I'm always ready to make the penis candles. I was looking for maybe like a cucumber mold type thing, but you know, I think the penis ones are okay. What y'all think? I'm just saying, you know, yeah. I mean, hey, and you know, and I have like these. This is what I call a cucumber mint. So I have a couple of them. You can smell them. This whole bag that's how strong they are. These are really strong candles. You burn them in one room, they'll go around your whole house. You know what I'm saying? They come bigger. You know what I'm saying? This is the 8-ounce. You know, I have the 12, I have the 16. So I have like really big candles. I only got a few here. You know what I'm saying? I got different variations of them. But you know, y'all hit me up. And like I said, it's called a cucumber mint. You know what I'm saying? Mint heaven. So I have a few different ones, but they are really potent. You can sell them outside. They got really potent. You know what I'm saying? Even when I sent Mo Mo put them in his car and opened them up. You get what I'm saying?
Just let it.
Just odorize the whole car. Yeah, without burning. You can actually just open them up without burning. So, you know, thank you, Mama. That's something that I'm doing. They are available. All the pumpkin ones are coming. You got some, these are cucumber mint. You know, y'all see me start doing a little advertising and stuff for them. But you know, they coming. I'm back in business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so I'm focused.
I'm focused, man.
Focused, man.
Listen, somebody asked me, did I get everything off my chest last night? I did. And yes, I'm going to have fun. The reels are going to continue on that page for those certain purposes or whatever. No beef, no negative energy, but I'm gonna have fun. They've been having fun. Now it's my turn to have fun. And that being said, I'm leaving that alone. Outside of that, prepare. I'm gonna do a live or two this week. I don't know what time yet. To tackle certain topics or whatever the case may be. So look out for that. I haven't decided the time. One might be in the midday, one might be at night. I don't know quite yet. Also prepare for the upcoming segment that I'll have on the Kenny Burns Show. Where I'll be displaying some upcoming talent or whatever the case may be that might be of interest to you all. And tune into the Kenny Burns Show. It's really a lot of grown-up conversation over there. Grown-up conversations about things like this, things like about a lot of things that affect us in our communities and our personal lives or whatever. Outside of that, y'all know what I said. I'm tired in the mug. Y'all ain't gonna hold you. But guess what? I'm still smiling. And I'm going to keep doing so. You do the same, because guess what? You never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. Huh? More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone, I'm not anti-you, but I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. So let that marinate in your melon until the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I will holler. Evolution will holler. We will holler, goddammit. We about this job. I'm tired in the mud.